Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. This whole Kris Tyson situation is getting rather crazy because more people have come out and said that Kris Tyson was evidently grooming them. That's the alleged claim. And well, the internet is actually ablaze. And get this, MrBeast hasn't come out and said anything, but Kris Tyson has decided to leave MrBeast. Now, whether or not MrBeast has spoken to Kris behind the scenes and whether or not people have said that MrBeast knew about this remains to be seen, remains to be said, and remains to be fact checked. We don't officially know what's going on, but the whole situation is just a mess. It's if Kris is doing everything that the alleged claims are making, Kris needs to be arrested and charged accordingly. That is my 2 cents worth, and that is what the law actually entails, because no person should be ever grooming anyone. And the first alleged victim in all of this claims that Kris is innocent and he wasn't groomed and everything else like that. But the thing is, when you are a victim, what most victims do, especially with their abusers, is they tend to defend their abusers. And I mentioned it in the last video that I made that, firstly, you're a 13-year-old kid. How would you know that you are being, in fact, groomed by an adult? How would you know what that looks like? How would you know what that is? I would think it'd be smarter for you to actually go back and look at everything that took place, look at all the evidence, look at everything else that people are saying, and then come away and say, oh, Kris didn't actually, groom me at all. It was just some crude and rude jokes. Now, again, when you are an adult and you're making some very highly inappropriate jokes to a minor, that again is not just inappropriate, but that alludes to grooming behavior. That should never happen. Okay? Shouldn't happen. Now, in recent news, Kris Tyson has come out with an apology of sorts over on X. Now, if you are an innocent man, let me just point this out. If you're an innocent man, you've got nothing to hide, why in the world would you go on Twitter or X and delete everything? Delete your entire footprint on X and every other social media platform you've got. That, to me, doesn't signify an innocent individual. That signifies guilt, and there's something going on. I could be wrong, but if I have nothing to hide, I wouldn't go and delete things. Just pointing that out. I honestly hate and loathe the Rolling Stone. I think they are the bane of journalism. They used to be good. Used to be. Way back when. I think. I wasn't alive or way back when. I've just been told that they were decent. Nowadays, I cannot stand them. But we're going to get into this article that they have written in defense, believe it or not, of Kris Tyson. Massive lies is the quotation mark above the heading. Ava Kris Tyson steps away from all things MrBeast amid transphobic attacks. So I can't believe this sort of journalism, this headline. Charisma Madarang, whatever the hell your name is. Kris Tyson did not step away from MrBeast amid transphobic attacks. It's got nothing to do with the fact that Kris claims to be trans. It has everything to do with the fact that Kris is allegedly grooming a minor, or not just a minor, but there seems to be several coming out and saying that Kris allegedly groomed them. Like, mate, get your facts straight. Don't say, oh, it's transphobic attacks, but let's try and point people away from the actual inappropriate behavior, and let's point it all out to the fact that because of transphobia and people are attacking because he's trans. Are you freaking kidding me, man? Like, Tyson was accused of grooming a minor. The alleged victim, now 20 years old, refutes the claims. Of course, the 20-year-old refutes the claims. Kris Tyson, best friend and longtime collaborator of Jimmy Donaldson, aka MrBeast, stepping away, leaving. And I think MrBeast fired. I think he's had conversations with in private and has gone, nah, you're done. Because MrBeast doesn't need this sort of stuff on his channel. Like, the majority of his audience are kids. And if you've got one of your best mates and longtime collaborator of your channel that is being accused, and there's lots of suggestive evidence coming out of grooming behavior, why would you want that sort of stuff on your channel? I'm just saying. So amid allegations that Tyson groomed the minor, you got to love, we still got to respect the person's pronouns and all that sort of stuff, because you know what, guys, it's 2024 and we bloody well do that stuff, or we're forced to do that stuff these days. The alleged victim, who says they are now 20, has refuted the claims. So I've already said what the alleged victim has said over on the last video that I made, but here is the poor excuse of an apology. I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments if it hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent, wrote Tyson on X. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things MrBeast and social media to focus on my family and my mental health. Well, mate, you already destroyed your family when you decided to come out as being trans. So that ship has already sailed, and I hope to God and I pray that you come to your senses. And, well, yeah, your mental health needs some serious work as well, because, mate, you're believing in and you're living in a delusional lie. But nevertheless, here's the full tweet that just blew up over on the internet. So many comments on Twitter. A lot of people are making comments now because this is big. This is big news, man. You got the biggest YouTuber in the world, literally, and his longtime collaborator and longtime friend is now being accused of some very serious things. That needs to be addressed, right? And MrBeast actually needs to come out and say something too. Say something to his audience. You can't just go, oh, we've mutually decided to part ways with Kris. See you later, mate. Not going to have anything to do with you ever again. Like, no, that's not good enough. These are pretty serious allegations. After revealing last year that Kris was on gender-affirming hormone replacement therapy and changing Kris's pronouns on X and Twitter, Tyson has been hit by a wave of transphobic attacks online. No. Stop trying to push people away from the actual serious allegations and say that it's transphobic attacks. Mate, stop it. Honest to God. Do proper journalism, please. For once in your bloody life, do proper journalism and tell the freaking truth. Despite both of, get this, her ex-wife, Katie, with whom Kris shares a son, and Donaldson defending Tyson against bullying and harassment, the backlash has continued to intensify. It hasn't intensified, mate. People are pointing to the fact that Kris is allegedly doing the wrong thing via minors. And they've actually got tweets and very suggestive things that are coming out. It's not good. So don't boil it down to transphobic attacks. That's lying. That's false journalism. On June 13th, a 45-minute video was posted online by the account Prison42, accusing Tyson of grooming a minor and outlining alleged evidence of inappropriate interactions between Tyson and now 20-year-old named Lava. In the video, Prison42 claims that Tyson was 20 and Lava was 13 at the time of their online communication beginning. Among the accusations, Prison42 points to an alleged Snapchat. Tyson messaged Lava on with the text coming for America, the CUM, the sexual kind, which you should never do for a 13-year-old kid. For goodness sake, man. On Monday, in a series of posts on X, Lava denied the allegations in a repost of a conversation by YouTuber Keem. Lava was quoted as saying, "I was not groomed by Kris Tyson." How would you know? Yet again, just asking the question. In another post, Lava asked followers to help me and or counter all the lies and added Kris literally did nothing wrong. Lava also addressed other videos picked up on the allegations made by Prison 42 and said they are massive lies and twisting the truth. A few hours after announcing the news that Tyson would be stepping away from MrBeast, Tyson followed up, posting a thread to lump these two factors together to create a narrative that my behavior extended beyond bad, edgy jokes is disgusting and did not happen. In past years, I have learned that my old humor is not acceptable. I cannot change who I was, but I can continue to work on myself. Well, the big question is, if you seem to think that it's bad, edgy humor, why in the world are you doing it to a 13-year-old kid? There's a video that I saw on YouTube as well of someone else has come forward, and Kris apparently typed in the chat with this person, "I love you." I mean, yeah. So I love the videos or whatever it was. Like, it's not on. It's really not on. And it's no wonder why so many people are starting to investigate all this stuff. And here is what Tyson also said: "I don't want these accusations to impact the hundreds of people who work at MrBeast, which is why I have stepped away." Well, at least you acknowledge that you don't want it to affect MrBeast, but it's already affecting MrBeast. Like, you're part, or were now, well, you're no longer part of it, but you were part of MrBeast. A lot of people know who the hell you are, mate. So I think it's gotten to the point where MrBeast you've roped him into this. And whether or not Jimmy knew about all this, again, remains to be said, remains to be seen. I don't want to make false accusations. That wouldn't be right or honest of me, but it's tweets that have come, I've seen, people have alleged that. So anyway, in June, Donaldson defended Tyson. The streamer Nick Merckx posted on X that Tyson should be ashamed. Donaldson also replied to criticism in April 2023 that Tyson transitioned could cause the MrBeast channel to lose fans. In fact, it didn't. It blew up the channel. In reply, Donaldson wrote, "This is getting absurd. Kris isn't my nightmare. He's my effing friend, and things are fine. All this transphobia is starting to piss me off." Yeah, well, mate, there's a lot of people that are making some serious claims. So what are you going to do about it? Again, what are you going to do? Don't you just love the Rolling Stone? Shocking journalism. But anyway, my friends, I will continue to monitor all this stuff that is happening with Kris Tyson. Who knows what's going to happen in the coming days, weeks, months, or even years. That remains to be seen, but I hope that Kris really does get the help that Kris needs. And if it comes to light that all this is true, then I hope that, all the alleged victims are helped and that the consequences for Kris meet the crime. So that is, in fact, if it is true, that all these accusations come out. So anyway, my friends, thought I'd give you guys an update, but you take care, you be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.